On this channel I get asked a lot of questions about living in Barcelona, but one of the most frequently asked questions is how to find a job here. So this is what I'm gonna try to answer in this video. If you are new here, consider subscribing. I'm making videos about Barcelona, traveling and living abroad in general. And if you find this video useful, don't forget to press that like button for YouTube algorithm. So in this video I will tell you more about my story, how I got the job in Barcelona, but I also reached out to my friends and asked how they found a job here. I asked 3 simple questions: what industry they're in, how they found a job, and their level of Catalan and Spanish. So I'll start with my story first. 4 years ago, I was living in London. I was looking for jobs. I was pretty much straight out of uni. I was studying business economics, but I was looking to change the field and try to get into tech sector. So I was looking for data analyst positions or something similar. At the time, I was working in a bank and I was quite desperate to get out of that job. And I was applying through LinkedIn almost daily on my commute to work and from work back. And I remember there was this position that said, you will have training for 6 weeks in Barcelona and the company will pay for it. I thought my kidney is probably gonna be cut out and I'm gonna end up somewhere in the ditch. Luckily it didn't happen. I got that job. I got the training in Barcelona. I got to see this beautiful city. I came back to London for another 2 years, and after those 2 years I started speaking internally with colleagues from Barcelona, with management, and I asked for the transfer to Barcelona office, and the process was quite simple. At the time UK was still within European Union, even though I still find that a lot of people from UK, they still move to Barcelona and they don't have many issues getting a job here. What you can take from this story is that you don't necessarily have to live in Barcelona to find a job here. It's very likely that there is a big company already in your country where you can apply and eventually move to Barcelona to live here. Obviously, companies are not interested to employ someone who's going to move in a month or two, so you'll have to think more long term and plan it maybe a couple of years in front. Let's say after a year or 2 years you might start that conversation that you want to move to Barcelona. Another key takeaway is that I found a job through LinkedIn, and that quite nicely fits into the part 2 of this video, where I reached out to my friends to ask how they got a job and what kind of level of Catalan and Spanish they had. So there was one thing that stood out, and all of them have found a job through LinkedIn. So I cannot recommend it enough. If you have LinkedIn account, just make sure it's up to date. You might want to update location to Barcelona for recruiters to reach out to you. My friends were from a variety of industries. One of them is maintenance manager in chemical industry. Another person is working in IT, software and sales. And the last one is in digital marketing industry / technical consultancy. Level of Spanish or Catalan was also quite different between them. While maintenance manager needs to complete tasks in Spanish and work more closely with people who are natively speaking that language. In IT industry and digital marketing, it's not that common, so they didn't really need on their day-to-day life at work to speak either Catalan or Spanish. Looking for remote positions here in Barcelona is also a really good idea. Even though some of those companies might not be looking for employees through LinkedIn, you can find those remote positions just looking for them on Google. Some of the companies that my friends recommended is Hotjar, Zoom. I know that HP, Amazon, those big companies are here, even though not all of them are looking for remote workers. Next, let's talk about recruitment process, and this process might last for around a month. Usually you will have a first meeting with the HR, then 2 more meetings with the managers, and lastly you might be asked to do some kind of task or presentation, so you have to be prepared for that. If you want to know more about how much money you might potentially spend here in Barcelona, I have the whole video created for that, and you can find it somewhere up here. Finally, I would say if you are looking to start your career, Barcelona probably is not the best place to do that. There's a lot of competition, a lot of young talent here that compete for those positions. But if you're someone who's already experienced and you have a record of that in your industry, it's going to be much easier to find a job here. So if you're planning to move here to Barcelona, I have quite a few videos here on my channel. In this video, I discuss the best places to live here in Barcelona, and in this video, I'll run through the things that you need to know when you're moving to Barcelona. Thanks a lot for watching, and until next time.